This is APN Daily English News Service brought to you by Arakan Network. Today, 19th of November 2016. For me, Sajid Jalal. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Headlines of APN English News Service. Burmese military sexually abuses Rohingya virgin in Mangdo. UNHCR appeals Bangladesh government to keep borders open for Rohingya victims of Burmese forces violence. Burmese government extracts bogus confession from Rohingya victims, Suchi's exposed person and nonsense. News in details. Burmese military forces entered the Luti Farang village of Kyayuping hamlet, Kyari Farang of Mongda today, 18 November, and violated many young girls, forcing into houses. According to our correspondent report, a group of Burmese entered the Luti Farang of Kyayuping hamlet and dropped of the male members from houses as before and gang raped the virgins into their Rohingyas' respective houses. And all women said to our correspondent, crying that armies in groups came into our village and dispersed themselves everywhere and entered the houses of villages where they checked if there were ladies inside the houses. They sexually abused whoever got pretty inside the houses, kicking the men and old women out of the houses. Earlier, the army committed lots of offences of rapes against Rohingya women, most of which were reported with the names and particulars of the victims. But it is not possible for Arakan Press Network today to describe every details of the rapes victims, as the source could not collect everything regarding the rapes incident by Burmese army personnel. However, according to the statement of the old women and who said, crying to our correspondent, that the army entered her house, including many others of the village, and dropped out of the old women and women, proves that many Bajin of Rohingya in Kyayuping hamlet have been sexually abused today. It was difficult to have the details information from the women because she became unconscious after speaking her minute over mobile phone to APN correspondent regarding the rape incident. United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees UNHCR has made an appeal to Bangladesh government to allow Rohingya Muslim fleeing Burma's northern state Arakan. At least 9 border guard police officers and 8 attackers were killed in a first attack on 3 BGP outposts by unidentified assailant in Ngakuya and Jigampi of Mongdo North, as well as Chaudongkok of Rathedong Township. Following the attack on BGP forces by unknown invaders, Burmese government forces had been conducting intensive violence against the innocent Rohingya civilian in the name of clearance operations, where hundreds of people were killed and arrested, thousands of houses were torched, and dozens of women were sexually abused by Burmese forces in the crackdown. On 11 November 2016, a clash was taken place between the Burmese soldier and Rohingya protester in Dardiza village track, which resisted out committing rape by army against women, and then left at least one army officer dead and several others wounded from both groups in the clashes. Later, the Burmese brutally military forces launched crackdown on the Rohingya villages in Dardiza, including 4 other neighboring villages track of Mongdo North, where hundreds of houses burned down and more people were arrested by army. Burmese government has announced some fake statement of Rohingya exacting from the Rohingya innocent rescues from Aung San Suu Kyi's Foreign Ministry spokesperson Zote's office on 17 November of 2016. On last 12 November 2016, at least 69 Rohingya civilians from different areas of Mongdo North following the clash between the Rohingya protester and the Burmese army took place in Dargi, the village track of Mongdo North. According to reports, Burmese army entered the village track and started committing rape against women, driving out the male members of the community from the village on 11th of November of 2016 early morning. But being intolerable of the violation of army against the Rohingya women, the male members equipped with spears, knives and sticks stood against the crimes of army and strongly protested centering the resistance of the protester against the committing rape of army on women. A clash took place between the Rohingya protester and the military that left one army officer dead and several others injured from both groups. Following the conflict occurred on 11 November, the Burmese brutally forces launched intense crackdown in the Belish in the name of clearance operation and arrested at least 69 Rohingya innocent civilians on 12 November who did not take part in the clashes between the army and the protester. So this is for today from APN English News Service. I'm your host Sajid Jalal. Thank you for watching. Please stay tuned for more updates.